Hello everybody, how's it going? KhasAdun here, and we're back with another StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void beta game. And I'm excited about this one because I do believe this is the first time I've casted Protoss versus Terran. I don't want to say for sure, I feel like it is though. So we're going to be seeing some different units coming out for each race, I think. Different than you'd see for, you know, Protoss versus Zerg or Terran versus Zerg. So we get to see a little bit more about what each race has and how they deal with. What am I trying to say here? I did cast a PvT one time, that Archon game, I remember now. But that was a bit of an anomaly. It was more like a 2v2 than a real, not a real game, that was a real game, but a normal 1v1 like this, which is the standard sort of look of it. And oh my freaking god, right off the bat we have double proxy barracks coming out of the Terran. Okay, before we see what's up with that, let's introduce our players. In the top right, I guess at the top, at the 12 o'clock position, we have our red Protoss player, CaptRaynor. That's a really great name, except that he's Protoss and not Terran, and Raynor is a Terran. Alright, and in the bottom, is this going to be Artanis? In the bottom, not in the bottom, at the 3 o'clock position. I'm sorry, I'm not used to these positions. I'm used to them being in the corners. Anyway, the 3 o'clock position is going to be our cheesy blue Terran, what the heck? EXnoricum? EXnoricum? I'll just call him EXnoricum. That's a great name. Alright. So, Terran has completed his wall off, but Protoss can see that he's completed it with 3 supply depots. And normally one of these, it's usually a supply depot and a barracks. So, if I were Protoss, I'd be thinking something's up. That's not supposed to be 3 supply depots. And in fact, whoa! Something is really up! Holy freaking cow! He is going for the all-in route on this one, guys. He is, like, committed to this. He's not gonna have the resources to expand, pumping out all these Marines at once, making all these barracks. It's an all-in. If it doesn't work, he's done. It doesn't work. Luckily, though, I mean, here's why we're seeing this insane all-in. This is not something you would really see in Heart of the Swarm. The reason for that is you start with a lot more workers. Before, you started with 6 workers, and so you would get, what's 50 times 5 times 6, so 300 minerals per minute, right? Or something like that. You start with 12 now, so you get 600 minerals per minute at this point. Okay, and he's decided to move in. Twice that, right? 6, right? Yeah. Wait, what was I multiplying here? 300. Where did I get 300? 65 times. Where did I get 5? Wait a minute. 6 times. Anyway, forget it, guys. The point is, you start out with a much higher income than you did in the last game, which allows you to do ridiculous stuff like this. Mothership Core has just spawned, and it has just died as well. It didn't have the energy to do a photon overcharge right away, and in fact, it was badly controlled. And now these probes. Is this really going to be the kind of game that I... This is looking bad for Protoss, I won't lie, guys. This is... Oh my god, but he's got Adepts out. Adepts are pretty beefy, actually. They've got really good shields, they've got really high attack, actually. 23 versus light. It only takes 2 to kill a Marine. Does it? Yeah, it barely does 46 damage for each... two shots, so they can barely 2-shot a Marine. A Marine has 45 health, they do 1 extra damage. He dies. Well, I guess he shouldn't have gone down there, huh? So I guess we'll see how do Adepts stack up against Marines. He's got a lot more Marines, but these Adepts have got some freaking shields, man. These guys are really tough, actually. Holy cow. I should start making more Adepts. Man, they look quite fragile, but actually, they've got 90 shields and 90 health. So, what's that's 180 health all together versus something that does 6 damage. So actually, you get enough Adepts, and they're never gonna chew through them all. And finally, he's got his warp gate up. He's gonna be able to warp in sentries. Oh my god! And he gets the force field's not quite right, and the Marines still get in. But actually, all these Adepts are gonna just clean it up anyway. It doesn't even matter. And now things are not looking so great for Terran. He did not take Adepts into account, and neither would I, to be honest. I wouldn't have expected the Adepts to be that strong. Holy cow. I checked the status of how long this replay is, because I was like, I thought this was at least 15 minutes long. What is going on? It looked like the Terran was about to win. Anyway, let's get the production tab open. Oh, and let's do this. I always forget this fancy little thing up here. Okay, suicide yourself if you want. I mean, little Adept. Thanks for that. That's great. Okay, so now Terran is sort of screwed. He's kind of stuck doing this, and it's not working. What? Oh, we got a little probe down here. I think he's going to build a pylon somewhere and try to warp something in closer to the base. I think he's just sending these out to scout. Yeah. It looks like... Okay, and he's got the Marines chasing it. Please, no, don't discover it. No! And now he's seeing it. Is he going to see it in its full splendor? I don't think he is. No, he didn't. That's okay, though. Okay, he's got a couple more warp gates coming in. This is going to allow him, obviously, to get some more stuff. But the real problem here is that nobody has very good income at the moment, and actually he's starting to run out of minerals in his base. He's actually only got 15 probes. What is going on with Protoss here? CaptRaynor, is this a bold move? Is it tactical genius, or is it just laziness? I don't know. I actually don't... He should have more probes, but maybe all of his money is going towards getting... And in fact, I think that's probably what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and say that it's tactical genius. Speaking of tactical genius, we're seeing a robotics facility come out. And what could he build with a robotics facility? He could build an Immortal. I don't think he's going to want that against a whole bunch of Marines, though. Immortals don't do well against Marines. A Disruptor. That's what I think he's building. Okay, guys. I'm not going to give you the video rundown of the Disruptor until we actually see it, but I think he's going to be building Disruptors, because Disruptors are really good against these, and anything that resembles this. Meanwhile, back at the Terran base, he's decided he's comfortable enough at this point to go ahead and expand and start getting some more SCVs and get his economy rolling. And it's still pretty even right now, actually, but I would expect... This is a weird game, guys. I've never seen such a thing. I have never seen this before, honestly. Like, not even in a Heart of the Swarm game. Like, I've never seen this. Where, I mean, we've got a really cool contain. It's been a while since I've seen... Where did it go? What? What the heck? Did I... Wait, hang on. I'm gonna rewind. Did I just see that? It just disappeared. Hang on, guys. I'm gonna rewind that one more time. The only reason that would disappear is if it died. Okay, the Adept. Huh, that's gotta be a glitch. Huh. Yeah, it was supposed to last way longer than that. Okay. That was weird. Alright, anyway. What else have we... I mean, there's actually not a whole lot going on. So the Observer finally has come out. He's able to see that he's actually got... He could probably take this quite easily, actually, to be honest. I think Protoss ought to just move down here, because every minute he waits is another minute that Terran economically is getting ahead, which is... It's only gonna spell doom if you wait long enough. Okay, so now... Oh, God! I'm sorry. The V is right next to the B. The V is what allows you to see their point of view, and the B means go back 10 seconds. Why not? Sure. I should change it to, like, Control B, I think. Yeah, that might not be too bad. Okay, I'll do that later. Okay, observers are happening, we're seeing... Okay, there's the robotics bay, which is gonna allow him to get a Disruptor. Finally, the Mothership Core is hanging out, doing not much... Okay, here we go, there's the pylon I promised you guys. We've got some Adepts coming in, and they're gonna start doing a bunch of harassment here. They're gonna pull them... It's gonna force some kind of response, I think. The Marines are either gonna move down, or they're gonna attack. Either way, the Terran is gonna lose this. Not the whole game, I'm saying, but just whatever they decide to do, they're gonna get behind somehow. Okay, well, the supply depots will keep them sort of blocked. Okay, well, I mean, they can start... Okay, these SCVs are now coming down here to just sacrifice themselves. Okay, now they're gonna start repairing. They're gonna hold on until these Marines can come down here, and I think he's waiting until he sees all the Marines, because he has no idea that they're gone yet. Once he sees the Marines, he can move out, take out the supply depot. Actually, I would consider moving on even further and taking out all of this stuff. Okay. This is the weirdest freaking game. Okay, so he sees the Marines, and I would expect he's gonna move out right freaking now. There we go. Thank you so much. Finally, something is happening. Okay, he kills the supply depot. Come on. Ooh. Here. And he's gonna move on down here. And look, the barracks are going home. Like, okay, I give up. All right, I'm going home. I'm going home. See you guys later. Bye. 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 So now he's finally free to take this expansion and start getting ahead economically himself. And there's the Disruptor. And I just have a feeling that the Disruptor is gonna play a huge part in this game. So let me go ahead and give you guys a quick video rundown of the Disruptor. It's Blast. The Disruptor is a mechanical Protoss unit that is built from the robotics facility. It has no basic attack, but does have an activatable ability, which for all intents and purposes explodes everything around it. While active, this ability increases the movement speed of the Disruptor and allows it to travel through other units in order to reach its target. Did you like my pun? I actually didn't even mean to. Okay. Boom! There it is. The power of the Disruptor. Yeah, that's gonna help out a lot. He looked well played. He says right there, GG. GG? I think he's just saying GG. I don't think he's actually done. Alright, cool. Unless... Oh, he might be done, actually. Especially with the Disruptor, which is not helping at all. There he comes. Oh, and he's warped in some stock. I don't see this game going on for too much longer at this point, honestly, guys. Unless Terran can somehow whip out a freaking miracle. But honestly, it wouldn't be the first one I've seen. I didn't know that existed. What? Rapid raid? What? Oh, rapid deployment. I didn't... No freaking way. I didn't know that existed, honestly. No freaking way. I had no idea that was a... Alright, sorry guys. These updates, I can't keep up with them. Okay, so... With this Disruptor in play, and all these really tough adepts... Okay, a Widow Mine could help, but I don't see it doing a ton. Okay, here comes the Disruptor. Oh! Boom! There it is, and I would say that's basically gonna do it. The Observer came over, saw the Widow Mine, so the Widow Mine was completely inconsequential anyway. Observer's down, so now Widow Mines would help, but Terran has not really got anything to fight this with at the moment. And it looks like this game is gonna go to the Protoss. He was... CaptRaynor, man, I gotta applaud his patience. Oh my god, that was amazing, actually, now that I think about it. Oh, look at this, finally. We get to see the Liberator in action. The Liberator is really strong. I don't think the Liberator is gonna count for too much. What the heck is that? That has got to be some weird glitch. I don't think the Liberator is going to count too much in this game. So I don't think I'm going to do a video rundown of these guys because it looks like the game is pretty much over anyway. I can just give you a quick explanation. They have two modes. This mode that you're seeing right here, which is target the ground, and flying mode, where they're able to be mobile. Flying mode, they launch missiles that do a lot of splash damage, which means they do a lot of damage, or I guess, not a lot of damage, they do some damage to a lot of units clumped up. So, like something like a Mutalisk ball would be really, they'd be really good against something like Mutalisks. It would take a few shots to blow up an entire ball of Mutalisks in their flying mode. And this requires an upgrade right here, and it's got a different name. I don't know what the name is. It's got a different name. Okay, Protoss is coming in, and it creates this little circle here. Anywhere within this circle, if an enemy steps within this circle ground unit, man, that's so specific. They zap it with lasers, and the laser does a lot of damage, as we are about to see. Ooh, that is one gutsy Colossus. Look at that guy. He's like, oh, you can't get me, you can't get me. Oh, man, this is great. Okay. Oh my god, Terran has lifted off and taken the island expansion. It's been a while since I've seen an island expansion, actually. This one is completely safe from anything that isn't flying, which is most of the units everyone uses anyway. So that is a quick, that's kind of a sneaky way to get some extra income, to be honest. That's not bad. And once again, oddly enough, we've got this odd situation of the contain, but on the other side of the map. This is the weirdest freaking game I have ever seen, guys. The Liberators are actually going to be quite strong against this Colossus, because the Colossi are so tall, they can be targeted by air-only units. So a missile turret that shoots only air, that's anti-air, could attack a Colossus. He's destroying the rocks just because it's something to do, it looks like. Also to allow for units to come in and more quickly reinforce so they don't have to go all the way around there. It's quite useful. What do we see coming out? Okay, so Protoss is now making a starport. I think he's gonna be going for... Oh! Look, there's that laser. Do you see how much damage that did against the Colossus? Look at that. Woo! Actually, they've made the laser look different. I actually quite like the look of that laser. Do that again, Liberator. Do that again. Let me have a look at that laser. That's a nice laser. Wow. Okay, he's gotta get out of here. Their Stalkers are too much. He's not... Their Stalkers are pretty good against Liberators because you can just walk around their little circle. Not bad. I honestly don't know what we're supposed to be seeing. Void Rays. Okay. Not quite what I would have expected, but it's something. Void Rays, I would assume, are going to be for killing off the Liberators. And Liberators can also attack air, so it's not the biggest thing. I mean, the only other thing I can think of is you'd want the Void Rays to attack the Liberators so that Liberators switch to air, and then your ground forces can come in and kill everything. Because otherwise, Liberators targeting the ground destroy everything themselves. So, nothing's really happening. I'm sorry, guys. This is the weirdest freaking game. This is so unlike... Okay, let's see if he's on the ball with this. Oh, he is. Ooh. I mean, it's not like he has a whole lot better to do. I mean, if we switch, what's he up to? You know, we're watching his camera mode right now and see what he's doing, and he's kind of hanging out. He's sending it into depth. Okay, he's scouting it out. He sees a bunch of Marines, and they're raised. Not a lot going on. He's going to try to get one good pick off with this Disruptor here, I think. Okay. Ooh. Boom! That is so cool to watch every single time. I love it. So, in a normal engagement, that would help, but at this point, it's just sort of like taking pot shots at the army, in my opinion. Until he can deal with these Liberators, I think Protoss is kind of stuck. It's this weird... This is a weird Mexican standoff. I've never seen anything quite like it before. Neither army can attack each other, and actually, this kept happening. This is actually the normal metagame for Brood War. Oh, can he... Oh! Oh! Boom! Sorry, guys. I don't... I don't know why I did... Freaked out. I guess... Oh, whatever. So... Yeah, someone's gotta do something, and they just get eaten for breakfast. I mean... That's unfortunate. That causes people to write bad stories about you as a commander. Meanwhile, we got Void Rays coming in here to try to pick apart the Terran from this angle, but once again, of course, we've got these Liberators who can attack the air. They don't do a lot of damage, but they do a lot of damage against a lot of units that are clumped up. So you'll see that hits him as well when he targets him. These SCVs are just in a repairing sort of party, and they're just dying. They just died. Okay, well, what's the income is actually really awful for Terran. Look at that. That's where the minerals used to be. No longer. Oh man, this is the weirdest freaking game. Okay, the Liberators are starting to push their way forward. This is not a bad idea. Using these... Okay, I see what's going on here. It's a very slow process, but it works. So he uses these siege tanks. Look, he's gonna move his siege tanks up now. And he's gonna use these Liberators to protect his siege tanks. Once his siege tanks are in position, he uses the siege tanks to protect the Liberators. Then he moves the Liberators up. Okay, meanwhile, these Void Rays are being annoying as anything. That Liberator goes down. Actually, this could end the game if he just brings these Void Rays down here and attacks, just starts going ham on this army down here. He might need a few more Void Rays or some really, really good positioning to take out these Marines. Okay, there goes one. One's about to go... Okay, there we go. Terran is so low on income, though. Even if he kills all these Marines, or even if he were to lose the Void Rays, I think it would actually be worth it to sacrifice the Void Rays and attack as many Marines as you can, because he's going to have a hard time replenishing that. Meanwhile, the Void Rays have discovered this. The Void Rays finally discovered this expansion up here, and it's done. I mean, I would actually expect, depending on what happens here, the Terran will probably end up leaving the game. He needs... Oh, he's out of money. Nope. That's the end of it, I would say. He doesn't have enough minerals for a single supply depot. He's got this job down here, but it's not gonna do as much as it could. Boom! There goes that. Photon overcharge, and it's just gonna... It's a giant cannon, you know. What are you gonna do? He's actually somehow managed to get himself in a... He's got a few Marines out somehow, luckily. I mean, I guess. I don't see it doing a whole lot, though. Look, I mean, once these Marines die, he could try to lift off his... Okay, look, he's doing exactly that, but he's gonna see it. Look, what is he doing? He's trying to be sneaky or something. I have no idea what is going on. This attack has basically failed. I honestly don't know what is going on anymore. I haven't known what's going on since this game started. But I would assume it's about to end. Yeah, I would say that he's gonna come over here, try to land a sneaky expansion down here. He's gonna see the pylon, and it's gonna demoralize him so much that he's just gonna quit. Watch this, guys. Are you ready? I would assume that's what's gonna happen. And... pylon. And look, we can even watch it from his perspective. Nope, he's gonna go... Oh, I see what's gonna happen. I'm sorry, guys. He's gonna go down here. He's gonna try to land it here. But we got a bunch of Protoss which are gonna take it out. And then he's gonna quit. Okay. Here it comes. No, please! No, it's my only hope! No, please, don't! Yep. Boom. Bam! Boom! Look, it's gonna try to run, but it can't. It's too slow. It's a fat command center. Oh! And that's it. He can't do anything else. Oh, he's not leaving. Okay, I guess I don't know the mindset. Most people... Okay, there it is. Most people I play with just leave after something like that. They just... That's enough of a blow to their ego. They're done. This guy lasted... I honestly don't know what I think about that game. That was a really tough game to keep talking through the entire thing. I've never seen a game like that. That was bizarre. You start... Okay, let's just do a quick run through. I mean, this was weird. Okay, so Terran started out, you know, as you usually do, by building 5 barracks way up here on his enemy's side of the map and absolutely nothing in his base. He used those 5 barracks to get a whole bunch of Marines, move the Marines up here, put a supply depot down for to block an expansion for a little bit longer, and set up a pretty decent contain. He almost killed the Protoss player by attacking in his base, but Adepts came out and they were way stronger than I expected. They were way stronger than they were pretty freaking strong anyway. Adepts repelled the attack, and then you had this weird Mexican standoff where no army can attack each other. But Protoss somehow sneakily got a probe down here, put a pylon up, sent Adepts up here to attack. When he saw the Marines on the other side of the map, he knew it was time to move out and finally deal with this contain. And then Protoss moved his whole army over on this side of the map and set up his own contain right outside the Terran base. And the Terran was then in the exact position that he put the Protoss in, but he had a sneaky expansion up here, so that gave him a bit of hope. And then Void Rays got built, took out this expansion, and then he had one command center left, which he floated over here. It promptly died, and he said, okay, that's the end of the game then, I guess, because I actually have no more command centers, which means there's no way to get money. Does that make sense? Is that, I mean... Oh. Okay, I guess here's still hoping that the next game looks a little bit more normal. That was weird. Alright, well, I hope you all enjoyed that video. That was a weird one. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.